What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to this episode of Car Rant. Today we have some news, and for some of you it might be sad news, for some of you it might be good news, and for those of you who've been on this channel for a really long time, it's nostalgic. So when we first started this channel way back in 2015, I think, maybe 2016, we started out with that very first episode in me and my Honda Civic. We were just talking about why I really want to get an Evo and get into it and all of that kind of stuff. And not too much longer later, unfortunately, that Honda was totaled. I don't have the footage anymore thanks to going through a couple of computers in that space of time, but it was totaled by a deer. It was hit by a deer and it was destroyed, and it had racked up somehow $4,000 in damage. I was floored when I heard that myself, trust me. But you know, I still even have parts for that car. Like I showed, I think a couple of podcasts ago, I still have parts for the subframe. I still have some lowering springs that I could have put on that car, things like that. So yeah, it's we haven't had a Honda on the channel in a really long time. And with that said, I'm actually going to be parting ways with the Lexus. Before you decide to click away and not be a sub anymore, let me clarify some things. Number one, we bought this Lexus expecting it to be in relatively good working order. It was supposed to have a very good maintenance history behind it, things like that. And unfortunately, it did not. We found a plethora of issues, which if you've been following our channel, I mean, thousands of dollars have gone into this car, and I am no step closer to making that car safely reliable and drivable, let alone just modified at all. Like, most of the stuff we've done to that car has been to fix it and just to dial out problems that it has, and it just keeps getting more and more messed up. We now have to put in a completely new steering rack with tie rod ends and everything. We still have to go back and fix the suspension again, just because these chains are not very strong. They're not strong enough to hold up the weight of the car, things like that. And we've also run into an issue where, you know, the check engine light keeps coming on thanks to O2 sensors going bad and some of the wiring that's there. The biggest thing is the transmission is on borrowed time. It's gonna need like an R154 or a Turbo 400 to put in there or whatever, just to make it safer and easier to use. It sounds like a very little bit, but that's thousands of dollars. And it's supposed to be a daily car, not a heavily modified, you know, race car. So with that said, we're actually gonna be selling the Lexus. I've already struck a deal with our friend Will. You guys might remember him from a little while ago. He helped us with maintaining the Evo and modifying it in some ways. But we're gonna be selling to him just because he needs something as a daily, because his Jeep is dying. The $100 Jeep needs a bit of service, a bit of love to make it work the way it's supposed to. But we're looking at buying another Honda Civic. I'm actually about to get on the computer right now. I found one on Craigslist while I was just scrolling through on my phone, and I'm gonna shoot this guy a message, and we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna go take a look at it, and we will see where we go from here. Yo, what's good, bro?
What's up, man?
Nothing much, nothing much. Got a story for you. So I actually got off the phone with the owner a couple of hours ago, and I've just been kind of going back and forth in my head about it, and we're getting the car. We haven't seen it. We're gonna go see it tomorrow. I'm bringing Ian along. Will wanted to come, but just because this is last minute, I'm not gonna just be like, hey, you need to come with us, in case he made plans or whatever. And Ian was already free tomorrow, so it works out. I'm really excited for this, just because for me, getting this car is going back to what I started with. It's kind of going back to the beginning, and starting over. You know, I had a lot of plans with Rhonda, my white Civic from season 1, which if you guys didn't see those videos, they are so cringy. But go ahead, I will just deal with the pain and punishment that I get in the comment section if you watch this and then go see stuff from that generation, because I was learning, the channel was growing and evolving into kind of what it is now over the past couple of years. So the cringy starts, you know, sometimes you just gotta live with them, I guess. Alrighty, Ian just got here. Now the fun begins of driving to Glen Burnie. And it is pouring rain. This is gonna be fun.
From depths.
You're gonna need this today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just made it to, I assume, is Glen Burnie. We keep seeing stuff for Anne Arundel, so maybe. But I think we just passed the guy's house because he gave us an address to meet him at, and we just took a guess. Like, he said it's near his house, so let's just see if he lives in the neighborhood behind this place. I think we found it, so we're gonna flip a U-turn and go find it. But we didn't know for a fact because we just strolled out the street. I'm in a blue Lexus with white wheels that's probably really dirty.
You're in a what?
Blue Lexus with white wheels. Let me see.
Okay, well, how many cross streets have you passed?
Actually, do you have a red Honda Element as well?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in front of your house now.
Alright.
Oh, snap. Alrighty, see you in a second. Guys, after a very long day of driving our new car back from Glen Burnie, here it is, the newest addition to the Car Rant family, and ultimately the replacement for my Lexus, a Midori green Honda Civic hatch. Y'all are gonna laugh at me when I say this, but I have dreamed of owning one of these for a really long time. When I was younger and played racing games, always picked a Civic Type R hatch as my street racing car, just because I always thought they were great. They sound ridiculous. VTEC, yo. But ironically, this car does not have VTEC at all. This car has a D16 engine without VTEC. There was an SOHC variant that did have VTEC, but mine doesn't. Practicality wise, between these two cars, this is far more practical. It's like the pinnacle of practical when it comes to a daily car. This car, unfortunately, with the amount of issues that I've had with it, I'm not gonna be able to use it as a daily like I want to, because if I fix it, it's gonna go extreme. This, on the other hand, is ready to drive right now, despite not having a muffler. Yes, there's no muffler. It broke when I bought it. This does have a second row of seats in it, which I'm really stoked about. But as it is, there's a ton of room in here, just from the get-go. The only real complaint that I could have about this car is the sincere lack of power steering. It is brutal. It is rough trying to steer this car without power steering. But driving it from Glen Burnie, I would have filmed, but I just was so focused on driving and making sure that we got home and there was no issues. It's so much fun. It's loud, yes. It's a little ridiculous, yes. But it gets 30 miles to the gallon on gas using cheap stuff, which is 10 miles a gallon more than the Lexus on high stuff. So yeah, fuel efficiency is definitely there for me. No power windows, we have crank windows, no power locks, so you have to manually lock the doors to make sure that things don't go missing. Plenty of legroom you could ask for. A very basic shifter. The transmission's a Y7, so if you guys in the Honda world know what that is, you know that I'm probably going to replace that when I finally get a different engine for this car, because the D16 is nice, but I'd like something better. Stereo is going to be happening soon. I just need to find one that'll fit right and give me the sound I'm looking for, in addition to the speakers in the doors. So more than likely the speakers in the doors are going to be garbage. I'm going to go through and have the whole car detailed, make it look nice. And as you can tell, I have the shirts back here to help protect this, but we do have a spare hatch in case we wanted to go and replace this one. We have the option to do that, so that's nice. I don't plan to change it. I think that will be fine, but this one is in incredibly good shape, so you know, maybe clean it up, take it to a body shop and have it matched, color matched to the Midori green that the rest of the car is, and then we'll have a nice fresh looking hatch. There we go. We'll never get old as to how fat and just big this car looks, despite being as small as this Honda Fit that my neighbor has. It's just ridiculous. I love this thing. So there you have it, guys. The car that will replace the Lexus, a Honda Civic. We started in one of these. Actually, this generation too. That 96 to 2000 are all pretty much the same car. There's some variation differences over the years, but we started in one of these. We're not ending on one of these, but we're most certainly gonna have fun in one of these. And with that, we're gonna end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to cover more about the car on our next episode because there's a lot that's going to go into it. And very soon, we are going to reveal a new project aside from the Honda, and the Evo will return. I hope you guys stick around. We're really excited for these things that are coming up. I hope you guys are ready for it because we're going to try and make this go viral. The project that we have that we haven't told you guys, it's a little unorthodox. When I say little, I mean there's only like 2 or 3 people in the country that have done it. So stick around for it. It's gonna be good. All I'm gonna say is it involves Asian cars. No Ferrari motors here today, guys. But otherwise, thank you all for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Like and sub if you haven't already. We would greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Peace. Oh, and God bless you guys. Okay, now peace.